Welcome to the product demo of Eternal Vault. But before we jump in, let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about what would happen to all your important documents if you weren't around to share it? Would your family know where to find your insurance papers, your will, or even the passwords to your multiple accounts, including your bank details? For most of us, it's something we don't really plan for, but it can make a huge difference for those we care about. That's exactly what Eternal Vault is here to help with. Eternal Vault is a simple and secure way to keep your important data safe and making sure that the right people can access it when they really need to. If you ever wanted to make sure your family isn't left searching for important information, or you just want to keep your private document organized and safe, you are in the right place. In this video, I'll show you how easy it is to get started, add your documents, and set up trusted contacts, so you can have a peace of mind knowing everything is taken care of. So let's jump to the demo. The first step is to register a new account. So I've set up all the details here. I'll hit register. Perfect. Now we'll start with the onboarding process. The first process is the master key generation. Now this is a really important step. Eternal Vault generates a unique master key passphrase just for me right here in the browser. This passphrase is a key to all my data, so I need to store it somewhere safe. I can either copy it to the clipboard or I can even also download it as a text file for safekeeping. What I prefer and would suggest is to store it in your password manager so it's secure and easier for you to access. Remember, Eternal Vault never sees this or stores this passphrase. Only I have access to it. So let's continue. Now in the next step, I'll set up my user settings. Here I can adjust my Doomsday threshold, warning threshold, and notification preferences. These are already pre-filled with default values, but I can change them if I want. And I'll share more details about these settings further in the demo. Once I'm happy with the settings, I'll complete the onboarding. Perfect, the onboarding is completed. Now I'm on the main dashboard. Here I can see a quick overview of my account, how many documents and contacts I've added, and a chart showing my recent heartbeat history. It's a great way to keep track of everything at a glance. Now, before I start exploring the product further, let's verify our accounts so all the features are unlocked. So I've received the email and I'll click on verify. Perfect. Just refresh. Now let's go to the documents tab. Let's add a document. Here I'll click on the create document. Let's say I add a sample PDF file and I'll choose a file here. I'll hit create. Now it's important to note that all the documents are encrypted right here in my browser using my master key. So no unencrypted data ever leaves my device. So my privacy is always protected. Once the document is created, you can view it, update it, or even delete it. Let's now move to the contacts tab and basically we'll add a new contact. Here I can enter the details about them. I'll add their email and I'll set a trust level. Now, basically, the trust level decides whether a contact can open my vault alone or if they'll need to work with others as well. I'll show more about this in the later part of the demo as well. So let's say I've just created a contact with Ultimate Trust and I'll create. Perfect. The contact is created, but the status is unverified. So what will happen is they will receive an email. So I'll go to the email section here. Let's just wait for the email to come in. So I'll go to the email section here. Okay, I've received an email. So essentially they'll get a special passphrase that and they will need to verify themselves. So they'll click on this button and they are verified now. So once that happens, if I refresh here again, you will see that the context is verified. Now let's move to the next section, which is the heartbeats. This page shows the table of my heartbeat history, a record of my regular check-in with the system. If I want to record a new heartbeat, I'll need an API key. So let's just create one. I'll name it test. I'll copy my API key here, go to the heartbeats tab, and again hit record. Perfect. I've just registered my first heartbeat. If coming to the app every day sounds tedious, don't worry. You can automate this. With apps like HTTP shortcuts for Android and iOS shortcuts, you can set up your phone to send heartbeats for you, either with a tap or automatically. Step-by-step guides are available right in the app, so it's easy to get started. This way, Eternal Vault stays up to date with almost no effort from you. And with the upcoming integrations in a heartbeat system, this process will become even simpler. Next, let's move to the logs tab. Essentially, in this section, you will be able to see a detailed history of everything that happened in your account. Great for keeping track of activity and what's going on with your account. There are a few more pages, like there is a profile page where you can update your name, change your password, and even delete your account whenever you need to. This gives you full control over your personal information. There is also a settings tab where you see two major settings options, the warning threshold and the doomsday threshold. These settings help you decide how Eternal Vault should respond if you stop sending heartbeats. The warning threshold is a number of days you can miss before the system sends you a reminder. Just a gentle nudge to check in and make sure everything's okay. It's there to help you stay on track and avoid accidental triggers. The Doomsday threshold is a number of days without a heartbeat that will start the Doomsday protocol. When this happens, Eternal Vault will notify your trusted contacts and begin the process of giving them access to your vault. You can adjust both this threshold to fit your needs, so you're in control of how and when the system takes any action. And of course, we have a dark mode toggle as well for your users. Now, before we wrap up, let me quickly show you what happens behind the scenes and how the vault is opened if it's ever needed. In this demo, I've triggered a Doomsday for a user so their contacts have received the email with a secure link. So this is one scenario where they have received the email stating that the user has not sent a heartbeat since a month ago, and so basically the contact is allowed to open the vault now. So if you click on access the default vault, the user lands on this particular screen where they can add the contact email. Let's say I copy this, and they need to add the access code. This is the code which was given to them when they were first added as a trusted contact. So for this user, this is the access code. So I'm going to copy that, paste it here. Now, if the users add a more contacts, they have an option to select more here as well. But for now, let's take this scenario. If I try to open the vault, you will see that this user was a high trust user, so it did not have enough number of shares to open the vault by himself. They require someone else to join in to be able to collectively open the vault. So let's say we go to the second user that also received this particular email. So this is the second contact that was added. And again, they got the same email. So I'll copy the email, add a new email contact, and I'll copy the code that was shared for them. Now when I hit open vault, voila, a vault has been opened. And these are the documents that were added by the user. They can click on the view and they can view the file. They can also download it. Same goes for the other file that we have, which is a PDF, and they can again download it. That's a quick tour of Eternal Vault, the secure bridge between your life and your loved ones. If you have any questions or want to see more of this, feel free to reach out. Thanks for watching.